Hey everybody, Ben here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up for yourself each and every day. So if you're here from the short, you already have a backstory. If not, our word was drum. And it came through two different ways. We can think of a drum, the beat, uh, pounding on that would be almost like a heartbeat, frequency, vibration. Then it went into, if you can picture a drum with some type of media or medium in it, and we have a tarnished piece of metal, and that drum is spinning around while everything is kind of polishing it and taking away the tarnish. We have two supporting angel number cards of prosperity, which goes into balance of personal power, victory, overcoming challenges, success, strength, and abundance. And then we have coming good, arriving in divine timing, falling into place, blessings, positive events, receive. So this prosperity of balance of personal power, this is uh, getting that beat, the vibration, whatever we were going after, becoming that match. We were focusing or working towards creating that steady beat, and the polishing aspect is coming good. So this within this divine timing, so to say, events falling into place. We made a decision to go towards something, whether just a better us, to heal something, to release something, or maybe we were manifesting something into the physical and working towards that. By doing so, we had to raise our vibration, our frequency to be a match for it. During that period, once we got there, it's like, okay, well, now whatever I'm carrying or whatever I was, my identity wise, can't come with now. I have to change that as well, because once I raised this frequency, the other stuff that I had connected or attached to me or I was hanging on to doesn't fit there anymore. And then through that process, the polishing in the drum spinning, it is stripping all of that away and making it shiny and pretty, if we will, to have that identity, to not have that baggage, the things we picked up along the way, to then move into this new experience. So what else do we have here, Spirit? And that one, it came out and then it went away, and I saw it. It was Two of Pentacles reversed instability. Uh, Going with what I just said about, let's say, we raised our vibration. We pulled ourselves up. We were moving towards a better us or better experience, regardless, whatever it was. And then we had all this shit, if we will, still connected to us that didn't fit. This is this instability. This is when we go into the tumbler and all that media is stripping away these aspects that can't come with. That would be bringing this a bit of instability, because we're at a vibration for the future experience, if we will, but yet there's still particles of the past hanging on. Got the Page of Pentacles reversed. Reluctance. This is when we were, or at least I felt it when I was explaining the vibrational match of the future, and then the baggage, if we will, things we were still hanging on to, even physically, mentally, beliefs, systems. There was like this pull, and I felt it wasn't my body being pulled to the left or the right. It was splitting in the middle here. So that instability is creating uh, more of a, a splitting, more of a than a push and pull. And obviously, who would ambitiously run into that or enjoy that? It's creating a lot of resistance, understandably so. We then had the High Priestess intuition. We would have to know this process. Something came in the other day, and it was like, hey, I can go through anything. This is a saying, if we will. I can go through everything, but I'm just kind of sick of having to go through it. Or why? Uh, this is we have to be aware of what's taking place through this. That hey, there is a purpose here. I am going to this next step, or whatever goal I was going through. I understand why that this is going on. I made the effort to get that beat to where it needs to be, and I know we're in this polishing phase, if we will, just letting go or digging out the little rest of the old that needs to go. But doesn't mean I'm enjoying it, or but I do understand it, and I know the reasoning behind it. Page of Cups reversed. Immaturity. This is falling underneath instability. We can look at this. I mean, we don't take that word so drastically, but this experience, maybe this is our first go about it, and we made a decision, or maybe it's our second or third, or whatever it is. But no matter what we're going through and what is being stripped or removed or brought to the surface to be let go during that polishing phase, it's probably not something we've already felt and got through, because we wouldn't be doing it again. So it is kind of a new experience every time we go through something like this. And depending on that attachment or what it was connected to, isn't always an easy thing to go through or to experience or to fully, understand and get the reasoning behind. Underneath the Page of Pentacles, we have the Five of Cups, disappointment. This going back to, this also came through yesterday, and I think it kind of ties on to things. When we go through these processes, there is a goal of some type, and depending on what it is, and we'll just use like knowledge, for example. Say I want to know something. Maybe I want to know why I do this, or I think if I know more, I'll understand more. And on a personal note, I'd say tread lightly. There's plenty of times when you know too much, it feels like a double-edged sword, because you're not at a match vibrationally for the majority of everything around you, and it's I don't want to say it's uncomfortable, but it's a trying time, and you can often look back and say, man, if I didn't know anything, I'd just be going through the motions like everybody else, and that would be that. When we start to see more, we have more things to get in our head. This is also something else that came through with I had somebody did an order, and it was very clear that, hey, seeking out all this guidance and readings and things, and at the end of the day, I'm more confused or frustrated and lost, and rightfully so. The more we seek, the more we start to grab what we need to know. That also aspect of the more that I know or the more that I seek, I can just screw it up, because my emotions will be there and I'll make decisions off of that. And if I didn't know, things would have just happened energetically or naturally, versus allowing my head to get in and fuck everything up. Uh, I don't know why we all went off on those other tangents, but that's what came through. I'm just going to leave that there. Five of Wands underneath the High Priestess. Clashed interests. Sure, this could be with others, and depending on what we're going through when we when I first started with uh, moving towards something, we start to see a lot of people that don't fit in our space, or they do, but they don't propel us forward. They're not a positive reflection. There's a lot of resistance there, and this this splitting that I was experiencing before very well could involve other people, other places that just aren't a match. Uh, that's the other aspect, that if we let something go, like say we had a thought pattern or just a wound in general, a trauma, a complex, a habit, an addiction, and say we let that go and we don't need it anymore to exist, what if one of those items or behaviors was necessary to interact with the majority of people in our life? And now that that's removed, it's like, well, I could never interact with you because that was uh, medicating or pacifying you, not you in general, but these folks, if we will. That is a huge experience, and not just for you, but for them. And going through this whole transitional period, there could be a lot of that push and pull back into the old. As I said before, hey, the more you know, uh, and if all we ever known was an experience, and hey, I just want things to be like they were, but they can't because, well, you know too much now, or you experience too much, or you see something completely different now. And there's a large adjustment there, and we really have to be okay with this uh, very new experience, because you're starting from the ground up and rebuilding that suits you and not so much that benefits others and leaves you behind. I felt like we were all over the place. I'll see how it goes together when I watch it. But anyway, if it resonates, feel free to like or comment. If not, I'll talk to you later. See you.